Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel once again. My name is film, pretty much anything that I can get my hands on that I think you guys might enjoy. And I try to do so from the perspective of somebody with a little bit of a background in performing arts, let you guys know what's going on inside of my mind, hopefully offer something of value, something that you can use in your own life, your own career, or at least give you a new perspective through which to view your favorite artist, your favorite art, your favorite show or TV film thing. But took a few days off to kind of like recenter myself and kind of recuperate. Holiday season's coming up. It's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be really, really busy around here. So I just took a few days to kind of chill. Then yesterday I saw Blink-182 for the first time in a long, long time. I saw that name flash across my computer screen. Apparently they just released a new song, I think a new music video anyway, just yesterday or the day before. I think it's a brand new song. I haven't heard anything new from them in a long, long time. Actually, I just looked at sort of a list of their biggest hits on the internet to kind of try to refresh my memory of the band and everything, because I mean, they've been around for a long, long time. The only song I recognized from their entire lists of all their like huge hits, platinum albums and everything was All the Small Things. That's the only thing I recognize. So if there's more Blink-182 you think I should see or hear, to be honest, I don't know that there's a lot that I've actually heard or at least sat down and listened to. Drop them recommendations in the comments. Check out the description for all my social media links, including a link to the Patreon where you can support the channel. If I end up having to put an overlay or mess with the audio at all, or even cut a little bit of this video to avoid copyright problems, you will find the unedited version of it over there in the mixtape tier for just $5. If you also would like to make a reaction request, we'll have much better luck getting it done sooner rather than later. If you check out the Jump the Lines down in the description, they're there for you to be able to get something that you want reacted to done in as little as 3 to 5 days, depending on which option you choose. So check that out down there. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, do all the things, and let's just get into this. This is again Blink-182 one more time. There it is.
Strangers, from strangers into brothers, from brothers into strangers once again. We saw the whole world, but I couldn't see the meaning. I couldn't even recognize my friends.
I feel like there's a real story behind this performance that I don't know anything about. That's something that I kind of want to mention right off the bat is, one, you can definitely feel, you can tell these guys have been around for a while. I can kind of hear the same, just little hints of just different elements of the song that are really telling me, yeah, this I'm remembering this from like the early 2000s, right? This isn't what I was expecting at all. And sort of, I'm getting that the context of the video might be a little deeper than I was expecting. Feels to me like maybe the band had some issues. Maybe there were some relationships that weren't, maybe either in the band or not, that weren't that awesome, or went through some tough times. Obviously, we're talking about a relationship that was once really close and then kind of drifted apart or fell apart or imploded or whatever. And just the way the drummer was standing and the panning around kind of gave me the impression that there may have been some issues within the band, or at least one of the band members may have experienced some hard times in their life with their relationships. That's just, again, very, very initial, very, very initial impressions. The whole thing, though, like even the music video and sort of the feel of it, just the cinematography and the way they're performing, the panning around, kind of transports me back to the late 90s, early 2000s. It's got kind of a nostalgia appeal for me.
But nothing's any different. Right now feels the same. I wonder why. I wish they told us it shouldn't take a sickness or airplanes falling out the sky. Do I have to die to hear you miss me? Do I have to die to hear you say goodbye? I don't wanna act like there's tomorrow. I don't wanna wait
You know what I'm talking about, right? That sort of, it's got a little bit of a throwback vibe. The entire video does. The whole thing kind of feels. I mean, obviously these guys aren't kids, right? They've been around for a long time, so I don't think they're shying away from that, which is something that I really appreciate. I really like, because a lot of the times, and sometimes rightfully so. Sometimes it really works. An older group, an older band, an older artist will maybe after a hiatus or just with a new album will come out and really kind of revamp their image, revamp their sound, and become a little more modern. And again, that's fine. But I do really appreciate that this feels very much like they're still them. They're not trying to push for anything. They're not trying to be anything that they're not. And it feels like the message in this song, like it almost feels like this is being done because they felt they had something to say. There was a message, there was a story they wanted to tell, and they decided to go for it and do that as them, at least in this particular song. I'd be really interested to know if this is a part of a new album and what the other songs are like, if they maintain this sort of classic Blink-182 sound through the whole thing, or if they do some more modern stuff. Either way, I'm really feeling this right now. It feels very important. It feels a little heavy. I've been drawn in. I am attached to this, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly where they go with the song from here to the end.
One more time, one more time.
Here come the drums. I think.
I miss you. Took time, but I admit it. It still hurts even after all these years. And I know that next time ain't always gonna happen. I gotta say I love you while we're here. Do I have to die to hear you miss me? Do I have to die to hear you say goodbye? I don't wanna act like there's tomorrow. I don't wanna wait to do this one more time. One more time. One more time. One more time.
I don't know for sure, but I feel like it's about to jump into a bridge or something. Something is about to change a little bit. I think I'm getting it. It feels like all these little flashes that it's going through in the background. They're saying one more time. They're talking about their performances, right? Their gigs, the life that they've led, or at least that's what I'm getting. If you're a fan of these guys and you know what the inspiration behind this song is, please do let me know in the comments down below. I could definitely look it up myself, but I really love hearing you guys talk about the knowledge that you have about the bands and the artists that you appreciate, because each of you give a slightly different telling. Each of you provide just a little bit of a different lens, and I really enjoy reading that. So if you're willing, leave down in the comments what you know about the group, where they're at, what inspired this song. I don't know anything about them. I didn't even know I didn't know how many members were in the band. I didn't know anything. So yeah, let me know. But that's what I'm getting. They're kind of going through these images of places that they've performed, sort of like having their life, their career flash before their eyes. There's certainly a sense of loss in the video, in the music as well. The lyrics are communicating it well. I think it's a really, really well-made video. I'm really loving it. It's doing everything it's supposed to. There's no melodrama going on from the performers. Everybody is just giving a really honest sort of melancholy performance, and it's expressing, I think, exactly what they wanted it to.
One more time. One more time. One more time. One more. One more time. One more time. One more time. I miss
you. Did someone die? This feels really heavy, guys. I don't know. No, it was just the three of them, right? The whole time. Yo, why am I getting choked up right now? This is kind of beautiful. Okay, all right. That last little run through of their sort of all those images and stuff of them when they were younger really kind of got to me. It felt like something that, like, okay, so like I'm not young anymore either. Okay, I've been around for a minute, and every now and then that kind of thing sneaks up on you and kind of smacks you in the face and reminds you that, hey, there are a lot of years in your rearview mirror, and there are a lot of things to regret, a lot of things to miss and to mourn. And there are a lot of things to be proud of and a lot of things to hold on to. And there are things to let go. That just kind of felt like them looking back. But there was a distinct feeling like in that. Like I don't know. It wasn't just them remembering their career. Like something has to have happened. Like there was a definite sense of loss, and I don't want to believe that it was just about time having passed. I feel like there was something else going on there. I could be wrong, and if it is, that's totally fine too. It just feels to me like there was something else. If you do know, let me know in the comments. That was a really interesting one to come back to. It was very chill. It definitely got some nostalgia points for me for sure. Like I really enjoyed the performance. If there is other stuff going on with him, if you know more about the music video, where it came from, what the intent was, what the message was they were trying to get across, do let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching with me. Again, check out the Patreon, check out the social media. All that stuff is in the description down below. Check out the links for the jump the line requests if you want to get something done quick. Otherwise, requests go in there and I do my best to get to them, but it's very likely that most, if not like 95% of the requests are going to be pushed so far out that by the time I get to them, you might not even care to hear them anymore. I just have so much stuff that I have to keep up with now. I have a hard time keeping up with those things. So if you want to see something, I just remembered, I'm sorry that I'm having trouble with my email. If you need to get in touch with me, rather than sending me an email, do send me a DM either on Twitter or on Instagram. That would be the best way to get a hold of me. You can also at me on Twitter. I'll listen there too. Or you can get over to my Discord and send me a message there. I will get my email situation taken care of within the next week or so, and then my email will be back up, but it is down right now. David, I'm thinking of you. I'm having a feeling that you've probably reached out to me and I haven't gotten back to you and you don't know why. But that's why. So I'm working on it, but it was a big hiccup with the provider that I was using. I'm switching to another company and it's just taking time for everything to move over. So for now, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, at me if you need to, and I will definitely try to get back with you and get those jump to lines in so that you can get your reaction on YouTube as soon as possible. But having said all that, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you for those who support me on YouTube membership. Thank you for those who support me already through Jump the Line and different means. I appreciate you so much. And for now, I'll say goodbye and remind you to please always be kind to each other. And most importantly, be kind to yourself.